But
I still some fixed fridges and stuff.
yeah, but I still wear
you
high
service
heels
your own car, don't you? And
I
you
do. I can
wash
do
your
all those
machine.
things. Yeah.
No, I do. I can see where she's coming from. And the reason I feel guilty is because nowadays women, and it's our own fault, we've wanted to do it all and now we can do it all. But I always feel that I can do it all, but I don't do any of it particularly 100% well.
So you feel guilty about everything?
I just live my life in guilt.
Oh. I think the role
Because I get home and I think, oh, you know, there's no milk or whatever, and I've been at work all day, and then I... That fly's always here when you're on this show. What does that tell you? Now, the thing is, so when I get home and you think, oh, you know, he hasn't got the milk, you know, and I've been at work all week, but then there's that guilt of...
I should have done that. I'm
I'm
home.
wife, you know, I should make sure there's milk. Well, I think what's really sad nowadays, as well as us losing our femininity, I think for some men, especially if you're the main breadwinner within the family, if the woman is the main breadwinner, I do think men feel slightly emasculated by that. And I think they have a lot to deal with as well.
I think the roles are confused, and I think that's women's fault. But, you know...
Kamikaze style.
Have you met Carol's latest boyfriend?
You see, if there were a man here now, he'd have that like that.
But I think it's more down to I think it's more down to the partner that you have as well as to I think my husband would be fine if I said I want to stay at home and be full-time at home. I think he'd be fine with that because he loves me and he'd want me to be happy, and whatever made me happy would make his life easier if I'm happy. He's a very clever man. But I don't think, I may be wrong, but I don't think he would have picked somebody who had stated that from the very beginning. I think he quite likes somebody... He wouldn't like me to be away all the time and working out of the home, but I think he quite likes the fact that I do have my own thing going on.
No, I think
my
that's
own
an attraction as well, that you've got your own lives.
It's not about femininity, though, is it? That's just about being
But
independent.
he doesn't.
and
I
have
think he doesn't
something to
feel
be
that
interested
lessens
in.
my femininity. That I've
No.
got a bit
But
of a
when
career.
I stayed at home as a full-time housewife for 2 years when I was married to Shane, I felt guilty.
Because
Because I kept doing things and thinking, oh, I've not earned that.
You've
you
got to
know,
get
so
over
I
your
don't.
guilt
We've got to get you in
You
therapy.
can't, I've got issues, lady.
You've got issues.
You've got a lot of issues. You see, I think this is a lot of cods. I really do, because...
It is.
Because I am, you know, I'm quite powerful in what I do, and I do this, and I run this, and I run that. But then I've got a very feminine side.
Oh, you have.
So when I leave work, when I shut the door on work, I go into my feminine side. You see, and I think you can.
Oh, feather slippers.
Put my little maid's outfit on, and off I go, pretending to dust. You see what I do? You see, because I think, look, men aren't psychic. If you say to Ray or something, look, can you just remember to get the milk and the bread, because that's going to make my life a lot easier. He'll probably say
Normally, but I
yes.
feel guilty when he does it.
Well, why? Don't, because they feel like they're helping you. Then you see, that's the thing. That's why the masculinity is going from men, because we're not actually saying to them, can you help me?
Yeah.
Because that would solve probably all your problems.
There better be milking when I get home, Ray.
OK, our first guest is up there with the very biggest legends in Broadway. With a career that spanned over 60 years, she's back in London with her Tony Award-winning stage show, billed as a musical journey that takes in highlights from shows she starred in, including Bus Stop and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. It's peppered with the legendary razor-sharp patter that made her famous. So I'm delighted to say, would you please welcome Elaine Stritch.
Welcome.
They never show you all this when you come.
No. Hey, look, did you get a cup of tea?
What?
Did you get a cup of tea?
Never mind what I got.
It's more than we've got.
Well, listen, welcome to the show. Not that you're any stranger to these shores. You lived here for such a long time.
13 years.
Do you feel at home here, or has it changed so much since you lived here?
What do you think about my... do you think... Has what changed?
The UK.
Oh, God, I don't know. I haven't been out of my hotel room.
How's room service? Is it good?
Room service? No, listen, I am staying in it. The Savoy is where I usually stay. Well, I lived there for 13 years, and I never know whether to look at you or look at the audience. I do so many mediums that I don't... Mediums! There's a Freudian slip. Wow. But when you said room service, I am staying in a delightful hotel. It's called the Covent Garden Hotel.
Right.
And I'm not mentioning this for publicity. It's just, oh yes, I am.
You live in a hotel in New York as well at the
I
moment,
live in
don't you?
hotels
Yeah.
all over the place.
Why do you always
The
live in
reason I
hotels?
have this, there's no vodka in this, in case
Anyone's
you were all
wondering.
making up dramatic stories about coming out with a Fiji bottle with an orange substance in it. This is orange juice, and I'm a diabetic. And I don't, it's like the American Express card.
Really, don't leave
Don't
home with...
leave home without this. Okay.
So why
So
why do you like to live in hotels then? Why?
Well, I was getting to that. When you live in a hotel, my husband died a long time ago, and I have this nasty disease. Please take care of yourself. Please eat the right kind of food. Diabetes is the pits is, I could almost say things you're not supposed to say on this show, but I'm not going to do it because I've heard all about that. Way back in New York, we heard about that.
You did.
I wanted to come out and say, so, as I understand it, I'm not allowed to say, and I thought that would be funny to do. And then I said, nothing is funny about it. Let me tell you what I feel about F-U-C-K. This is how I feel about it. I feel that if you can get away without it, that's artistry.
Yeah.
If you need it, I think you're in a little bit of trouble. But boy, it works. It works for everybody. And I think one of the funniest things I ever saw in my life was that movie Beverly Cops 1, the first one, because
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy said it so many times that it became ridiculous, and it was really genuinely funny. I love that. I forget what I was talking about.
Well, listen, let's talk about your show. Tell us about Elaine Stritch at Liberty. It's quite a short run,
No, I
isn't
was
it?
telling you about the hotel, and what...
Back to room service.
No, the publicity's over. That just sailed. But a good friend of mine, Stockard Channing, she told me about the Covent Garden Hotel. And, you know, this makes me mad. Even my closest friends say things like this to me. And I called her on it. I said, I'm going to stay in that hotel that you said was so nice, Stockard. And she said, ha, ha, ha. I mean, talk about girly thing. I don't know how I feel about women. Anyway, she said, ho, wait till they get a load of you. And then I began to think that every word she said was true, because I checked in that hotel, and being a diabetic, I need so many things. I've completely redecorated the room to suit me, so that all my needs will be, you know. And it's tough traveling. In my show that I'm opening in next Thursday night at the Shaw Theater, my first line in Elaine Stritch at Liberty, which is a lot of nonsense about my life. Well, it's not really nonsense, but you know what I mean. I don't want to oversell myself.
Oh, go on.
No. Well, actually, I don't have to. But, where was I? What was
The opening line.
The opening line of my show is something that is so true, and I'm going to say it, and then we'll see how quickly. I'm not putting you on trial. Took me a little while to get it, too. Here's the first line. My dad told me this line. He couldn't remember who. Some Frenchman said it. It's in a poem. Don't ask me. But here's the line. Well, it's like the prostitute once said. It's not the work. It's the stairs.
Elaine Stritch, everybody! As we head into the break, a quick question to ponder. Which loose woman do you think would rather stick pins in her eyes than orbit the Earth? Back soon. Welcome back to Loose Women, live this Tuesday. Later, he's one of our favourite Shakespearean actors and a truly cuddly giant of the stage. That's Brian Blessed.